You're probably wondering how my base went from this at the end of episode 1 to this at the beginning of episode 2. Well, let me explain. In between episodes, I expanded our base to include a chest area, another empty 9x9 for future projects, and a second level for cable management. Our first order of business for the episode was to build a nether portal to hopefully go to the nether and get netherrack for faster lava production from our crucible. Sadly, the nether in this pack consists of just the portal in the void, so it's back to the drawing board on faster lava production. To try and ease the pain of the disappointment of the nether, I decided to try and make a mob grinder. But this is where the episode really started to derail itself. I used the mob masher and mob fan for mob grinding utilities, but unfortunately the mob fan only has a range of 5 blocks. So I built a pretty small farm, but I thought since it was the only place that mobs could spawn, I'd still get decent rates. I was wrong. Nevertheless, I ventured on. I didn't have the ender pearls for a vacuum hopper at the time, but figured that I could make it work with vanilla hoppers. I thought the mob masher had a hitbox of a block in front of itself, but it's actually much smaller. In an effort to try to salvage the project, I came up with this janky water idea that only half works. So after that, I kind of decided to abandon the project after accidentally falling into the fans countless times and kind of rage quitting on the project. To try to get my mind off of the failed mob grinder, I decided to work on an auto-sieving project. The auto-sieve and hammer are relatively cheap, and the generator I made in the first episode supplied more than enough power to get set up. I used the item and energy pipes from the mod Pipes with a Z, and I think they look pretty sick, so I might keep them around. Before too long, we had an auto gravel sieve all set up, and all the drops were flowing into their own drawer. Hello everybody, and welcome back to episode 2 of all of the mod 7 to the skies on CopelandPlays channel. Good to have you back for episode 2. Make sure to subscribe because at this moment, you would be the very first subscriber. There's no subscribers to this channel. At least at the time of recording. So, be a homie. Help me out. Be the first. Who cares? Anyway, welcome back. So you probably just saw the montage showing all the progress since the last episode. It was chaos. I wasn't recording. It was bad. So I just kind of turned it into that montage, and now we're back. So, since that montage, we have added a couple new things. So first, we added a dust sieve. So I was gonna add dust and sand, but it kind of turned out that dust is the only one that's valuable. Sand only drops like prosperity shards, which don't seem that useful. I'm sure there are some uses for it, but let's see here. Let's see. Nope. There we go. Pickle seeds, kelp seeds, dyes, coral larvae. And wait, does it even drop prosperity shards, or did I see pickle seeds and just think it was, I did. I saw PS and I thought it was prosperity shards from mystical agriculture. Oh my god, they look so similar. Please tell me they haven't changed the texture, right? You can see it. They have changed the texture, but you can see the resemblance. That's funny. Anyway, so the auto sieve for dust is getting us flux dust, it's getting us Certus Quartz dust, getting us blaze powder, gunpowder, and most importantly redstone. I think that's been the big one. Are these not running? No, they're running. Okay, good. I've also been putting some upgrades in the gravel guy here. Diamond upgrades. So it makes 16 items processed at a time, which is insane. I don't have the power output really for it right now. It costs 512 RF per tick, which yeah, I'm not really doing that. So, but who really cares? It's still gated by how fast I can do other things, and frankly, I don't need too many resources at the moment. Another addition, I built a bunch more floors to the mob farm. I don't know, man. This thing's been such a nightmare. I built them out of rage in 10 minutes with the diamond building wand. And I might just tear this whole thing down. It's honestly just been my shame. But the most important news of all was that I got a wandering trader, and I'll probably pull the video up right now. Where is it? Oh no, I got this after. I managed to get an Enderman like 2 seconds after this, but I got an Eye of Ender from a wandering trader of all things. I've been wanting it so bad to make a vacuum hopper, and I just, oh my goodness, I knocked 2 Endermen off my platform, so I didn't get the drops. It was bad. It's more my fault than anything, but still, it was taking forever, and that's why I made the jank. But the fans kind of don't work, and I would need a lot more to fill this whole thing up. Also, I just don't think I need mob resources right now. So, what are the plans for the future? I think I want to make a food source of some kind. All I've been eating is these cooked silkworms, which fill 1 chicken nugget, which is not great. But, hey, who doesn't like eating worms? I think my next plan of action is going to be to farm up some dirt. I may grow some big spruce trees over here. Just turn this back more podzol. Isn't it just beautiful, guys? And I may sieve some of the dirt as well, trying to get some grass seeds. And beyond that, I'm just going to try to build up a little farm area where I can use some of the seeds that I've gotten from sifting dirt in the past, and maybe also set up some sugarcane and cactus. In the last clip, I mentioned that we might get a farm going. I decided to kind of shoot it off of where our original island was, the dirt island. And over here, welcome to our farming island. So I decided to make like 2 of the 9x9 farms, just like the classic what water can do, and I just popped some glowstone below to keep things lit up hopefully a little bit. I am actually a little worried some of these won't grow, so we might have to do some overhead lights. And as well, I made this area. So with this, I'm not going to install all the walls now, and I may replace these with fences at some point, but this will be where we have passive mobs. So I finally got a grass seed. I sifted up some dirt, and yeah, we got some of this. So hopefully some mobs will spawn and they'll just stay right here, and we can use them. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to dupe them in due time, so I'm not too worried. So objective's not totally done. I think I'm going to grind out a little bit more dirt, and I'll check in probably when the project's all finished up. Alright guys, so I finished up the farm. So I made this is 2 9x9 farms, and then we have the grass patch. Nothing spawned here. I'm a little worried about that. Hopefully something will spawn soon. And then I built this area in the back that we can put sugarcane, and if we want cactus, right now I'm just doing sugarcane. I have a good amount of cactus that I can always use snad to get a little bit more cactus. Snad is just this recipe here, and I guess I can I give a quick demo? Yeah, I can. Okay. We can show what snad does. Snad's pretty sick. So if we ever really needed a large amount, I think we could pretty easily farm it. But as of now, I kind of like the good slow. I feel like at this point I'm making a starter base. I'm not trying to make future farms or anything. I'm just trying to make some basic stuff that will make our lives easier down the road. All right. So I got our snad set up. So hopefully this is powering the snad. Usually if you power it with redstone, it speeds up the grow, but it doesn't seem to be doing that. Let me see. There we go. Okay. So now I've got our snad set up. You have to power it directly. I guess you can't power the block next to it for some reason, but there we go. So it makes stuff grow a little faster. So if we ever do need to automate, we can do it that way. But for now, I kind of like our nice slow setup, and to me, it feels like we're definitely making like the starter base right now, right? We got our starter sieves, we got a starter mob farm, maybe a little bit of starter power gem though. I think I'm going to do that next episode, or in the future at least, and a little starter storage. But the one thing I think this base is missing is an actual starter house, or at least somewhere to like put my bed and like have as like a house. So I think I'm going to make a little house off this direction somewhere, and I'll come back to you guys when we start getting put together. Alright guys, so I was going to get started working on my house, and I decided I wanted to make it out of dark oak, but I only have 2 saplings, and I sifted a lot of dirt trying to get a grass seed. I got pretty unlucky, so only 2 saplings, and I'm like, I don't want to sift that much more dirt just to get 2 more. So another way you can get it is the market from farming for blockheads. This item's like weirdly overpowered. It's quite fun. So you can trade emeralds for like all sorts of mostly food items, and I believe the interface is terrible. So you're better off coming here and hitting U on market, because we'll place it down. It's pretty fun. So we'll see. Ready? Ready, 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 ready. Emerald muncher. So they fall out of the sky. I just think it's funny. Oh, okay, this one's not terrible. I believe this used to be in Pam's Harvest Craft, and it was, you could only look at one item at a time, and a lot of mods would add to it, because, like, you know, and I think it was kind of just built for, like, vanilla items, but it was so bad. You had to flick through for so long to get to the item you wanted every time, and then, like, I think, could you not go backwards too? You may not have. It was like a 1.12 last time I played. So there's all sorts of great stuff. Fertilizers, all the fruit trees. Is Pam's not a mod in 1.18? Probably not. But what we're looking for here is the dark oak saplings. So if you want any of your saplings, great way to get it, just for 1 emerald each. Tree of Time? Like, I don't know what a lot of these are. Rubber? I'm getting that right now. Holy smokes. That's wonderful. Hopefully that will give us the rubber that we need for thermal. Anyway, so this guy, very helpful. Definitely check him out. He's in a lot of mod packs at the block's just called Market, and it's like super cheap. It's just this. It's just wood, planks, and 1 red wool. So you just need to get some grass to make sure you can get poppies. But outside of that, pretty good way to cheese some of the farming items. Welcome back, guys. So I've been building up our house. I said I might build it over here, but I thought get some nice views of the farm maybe that we just built if I pop it over here. So definitely isn't the prettiest house. I'm definitely no builder. I mostly play like single player modded. Also, we have some visitors, visiting wandering traders. So hello, buddy. I hope you like my house. Hope it provides you some safety. You have nothing good. Great. Anyway, this is it. So just a little house. It was only meant to be a little basic. This will be our kitchen over here. I did make a cauldron, but then I looked up and there's just all sorts of awesome sinks. There's Mr. Crayfish's and see, there's one more. Oh yeah, multi-block kitchen. So I really wanted to put a kitchen in. I think it will be against this wall. It's why it's kind of blank right now. And then got the bed down and then a little deck area, which I think looks really cool. Kind of overlooks the farm. Look how fast that's growing. Oh my goodness. And another big like bay window were kind of the big ideas. Those are my plans. I'm like, I want a big deck, a big window, and a kitchen. Beside that, I really didn't care what else happened. Roof doesn't look that good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that good at that. And a little porch area too. I might, come to think of it, I'm pretty sure I wanted to extend this roof over the porch. I'm gonna add a bunch more details. So if it looks a little rough, there will be at least some more details. And also there's a little cellar down here, which I might, I don't know, put some barrels in, pretend to make wine or something, whatever. So far it's going really well. I'm having fun building this. So I think I'm going to start diving into multi-block kitchen. It just seems really cool. And, oh, the mod's actually just cooking for blockheads. And the item is multi-block kitchen. But I think I am going to get into that and see if I can build us up a cool little kitchen. Welcome back, guys. So I'm putting the finishing touches on our kitchen here. I got a barrel for a trash can, which has made grinding clay a lot easier because the sink acts as an infinite water source. So that's pretty nifty. These kitchen counters also act as storage. I don't think I'm actually going to store much here, but it's cool anyway. The fridge as well. I just was doing a little inventory management in there. And then this I will replace with a stove, but I don't have black dye at the moment, which you need to craft the stove from this mod, so I'm going to wait a little bit. And then I got a spice rack, and I just threw some items that we are sieving and a couple other random things I've collected and threw them on the spice rack to kind of look like, you know, spices, little things I could throw into my cooking, you know, chopping board over here or something. Just, I like to cook, so this was fun to build for me, and it was a nice break from trying to be all efficient. And so I'm just putting in the last finishing touches with the cabinets up there. There we go. Can we change the orientation of them, I wonder? Yeah, okay, perfect. Does it really matter? No, not at all. But yeah, I think there's still more decorating to do, obviously. It's pretty bland when I turn around. But I think I'm going to take a little break, get back to what you play modded for, the fun machines and whatnot. And I'm not really too sure what we're going to do. I may look at I'll look at the quest lines with you guys. Oh, okay. Let's get started on getting magmatic dynamos. I think that's going to be the next plan. So I think I'm going to need to craft up a couple items to prep up for that, but then I'll come back and join you guys when we got it all ready. Welcome back, guys. So I got our lava production set up. So in the earlier clips, I was trying to get netherite to heat up these crucibles quicker, but we don't really need that. We can use vanilla campfire. So I was going into this and I was like, maybe if I ponder, it will give me a list of what I can use. And while it didn't give me a list, it did give me this, also magma blocks, but I didn't have a means of creating those yet either. And I was like, bonfire, all right. We have at least a way for now. And we'll try to, if we need a faster source, we will. But for now, I think we're just going to work on getting those magmatic dynamos, which is the thermal foundation power generator with lava. So if I show you guys, it's our first quest. So we've already done like this, we've done this. Not this yet. I want to get into here soon too, but this guy. So we need Invar. That's going to be the big stop for us. But Invar actually has a pretty simple recipe in this pack. If you take the Invar dust, it's just nickel dust and iron dust, which we have plenty of. And then to get them, not that one, this one, we can use a ore hammer from all of the ores, which are really cheap. Yeah, super cheap. I mean, not the platinum one, or I can also use the engineer's hammer, which is, I'm probably going to stick with that one. That one seems way better. So, oh, but that doubles. Never mind. Definitely going to make the copper ore hammer. All right. There we go. All right. Got the ore hammer. Now we got to get ourselves some of this. 19, give me 20. Oh, and it does turn into raw iron. Perfect. Awesome. Iron dust. And then nickel, I believe, is this one. There we go. Okay. So nickel plus the iron gets us the Invar dust that we need. That should be enough to make our first dynamo. I'm going to get this smelted up, and I'll join you guys back when we got that done. Welcome back, guys. So I got all the Invar smelted up. Super easy. The recipe for this guy, you need an iron nugget, so also pretty cheap, except for now I have 8 iron nuggets I won't know what to do with, but that's what always happens when you need one. And there we go. Quest complete. More power. Awesome. And I'm using pipes with a Z again. I'm really starting to like this mod. It just works. It's like I don't have to think about things. I don't need to have some sort of extraction cable. It's just you hit it with the wrench and it extracts. I really like this mod. I am looking forward to using it for more of the pack. Please be quiet, Mr. Wandering Trader. So here we go. Magmatic dynamo. It is producing. Efficiency 100%. Max production 40 RF per tick. Oh, it's not outputting because it's full. So if we hooked it up to energy, that would change. Let me grab energy cables real quick. All right, guys, I got us some cables, and I just grabbed an extra flux sieve I made earlier in the episode that I didn't know what to do with. Oh yes, we need to set this to extract mode, which just like, look at this. It's so nice. Boom, extract. Going in. Perfect. Now are you, oh shoot. There we go. Okay. Now are you producing 40 RF per tick? Yes. Okay. And it doesn't look like it's putting much of a strain at all on our lava. So we can get a bunch more of these crafted up, and we're going to have some real serious power gen here in a minute. All right. Welcome back, everyone. So we have finished up building the pulverizer. Super cheap recipe, so it wasn't too bad. Only part that really took any time was getting the tin, just because I haven't had to smelt any of that up. And man, making all these machines make me really want to get Applied Energistics going and have a storage system, so that might be happening sooner rather than later. Also in between clips, I picked up this sick pickaxe. Efficiency 5, mending, fortune 4. Fortune 4 was really the reason I bit on the purchase. I think that's well worth it, but the pulverizer, as you can see, occasionally will double your ores. Now, it used to be that it always doubled ores, but since fortune is affecting iron these days, most packs and mods have switched it to more like 1 in 1.3 or 1 to 1.3. So it's still definitely worth pulverizing, but not super necessary, but it will allow us to get pulverized stuff for different projects. So I still say it's worth our time to do. So if we check out the quest for that, we get a little free raw iron, gold, and XP. Not too bad. What else does it want us to do? So, okay, automatic ore smelting. Okay, so the next quest was telling us that we can set up in some automatic ore smelting with our iron furnace. So I don't really think I'll do this right now because it doesn't really seem that important until we get a storage system set up. Also, I'm not seeing the storage system on this page, so why don't we check that out? Because frankly, I'm already ready to get into it. So I was taking a look at Applied Energistics, and it really doesn't seem that hard. It's definitely going to be a big time commitment, but I think if we maybe get it started at the start of this episode, we can make some good progress and maybe even have a system set up by the end of next episode. So the first quest wants us to get a Certus Quartz Crystal. To get a Certus Quartz Crystal, sieving crushed sky stone or an enrichment chamber. Okay. I'm going to probably go down the enrichment chamber route. For that, I'll need some control circuits, metallurgic infuser. All right, so this is our starting point, metallurgic infuser. Welcome back. So that was super easy to craft up. Osmium we are getting from smelting gravel, so that recipe is not too bad. And that's what I was saying about, like, in Applied Energistics, there's going to be a lot of steps for us. It's going to demand a lot of time. But once we have this set up, I think it's going to make everything else in the pack goes so much faster that I might as well just get this out of the way now. It looks like power is connecting, and yeah, it has power. So first step is to get the crystal. We need to take some of our Certus Quartz dust. I also saw on there, I'll get maybe 10 for now. I saw on there that we could also just combine, or we could just throw the seeds in water, but if I remember right, that takes forever. So I don't think I'm going to bite on that just yet. Also, by the way, if you're wondering how I get my resources, I just move around these upgrades to different places. And depending on where the upgrades are, different things build up. So there we have sand building up now. So that's how I've been doing it for now. I don't really have any designated ways of getting that. But once we get that the AE2 system set up, I'm definitely going to do so. All right, welcome back, guys. So we got our metallurgic infuser up and running, and to make these circuit boards, we're going to need a bit more osmium, so I'm going to get a little bit of that smelting. I'm going to need more than just this much. Smelting that up, and then we're also going to need a little bit of redstone. So the metallurgic infuser, if you haven't used it, let's see, what mod is it from? Mechanism. Okay. So it has power on the right here, and then this area over here, dump. Love that word. Anyway. So you can add redstone, and you see redstone's filling up. This is like liquid redstone, so 240 millibuckets, which isn't actually going to last us very long. And then if I come back to our osmium that we're cooking up over here, you can take that in, and this will process into a bunch of different things. All right, so now we need to get our enrichment chamber set up. If I can spell. I cannot spell. That's a fun fact about me. I'm actually really, really, really bad at spelling. So we have most of the stuff. We need osmium and steel. Oh man, okay. Steel dust, not bad. Welcome back. So we got our enrichment chamber up and running, and we're getting some Certus Quartz crystals produced. I already got 8 so far. So if we look at the next quest down the line, we could make the, oh no, please. Good, we have plenty of time. There we go. Got to get that quest completion. See, that's what I'm talking about, how you got to do your quests in order. Got to pay attention to that stuff, or else it's going to be annoying. So the inscriber, I was looking, slime shouldn't be too bad for us to get. We can go with this guy right there. I'm telling you guys, the market is secretly OP, and then the charger is super easy. So I'm going to get both those items set up, and then I'll be back with you in a sec. All right, so first of all, we got some new company at our house. I decided to move. His name is now Swapomat. I liked Emerald Muncher more. Ugh, you suck, Swapomatic. So I ran into a little snag, so I got the slimy sapling, which in this pack is called the green heart sapling, but it's the same deal. And I was like, I can't use it because I don't know how to get slime grass, and there's no recipe for slimy dirt in this pack. My bad. No recipe for slimy dirt, but what I did see is slimy seeds. So I forgot to grab an emerald. Emerald's gotten. And there's our slimy seed. So I'm going to go run this down to our little grass patch, which, by the way, has not given us a spawn. No, it has. These are rabbits. We're in a desert. I might naturally not get anything but rabbits. But rabbits are fun. I like rabbits. They're cute. So I'm down with that. I think they're just running off the edge now that I think about it, because they don't like sky blocks usually. There we go. So I got my slimy dirt, And my slimy tree. And I assume twerking will work. There we go. Let's go. So that's how you get slime in this pack, if you're wondering, if you're ever stuck. But we're not getting slime blocks, so they've changed this since, again, I've only played old packs. It used to be that slime trees were completely slime. I assume this wood will be able to be... Wow, what a group. Oh, man. Oh, no. Okay, so I would have had to get another. Well, I have enough slime. Oh, I have even more slime balls. Okay, I have enough slime balls to make my inscriber. Sticky pistons. Inscriber. There we go. All right, first things first, we got our 2 basic items. I believe these are the 2. I know the inscriber gets us the patterns, which is going to be super important. The charger is the other one that we need to get the basic circuits. Back to our quest log. Let's see if it gives us anything good. Ooh, a random... Hey, okay, so I was kind of bummed this quest pack or this mod pack didn't seem to have any random rewards. So let's see what we get. Reward collected. What did I get? I think I got 4 charged Certus Quartz crystals. I think that was a pretty good... Wait, was that like the best drop? Oh, no. Okay, flux stuff was the best drop. Dang. Anyway, at least the rarest. I wouldn't even say it's the best. So flux crystal or stop the presses. Well, folks, it looks like it's time for us to get wrapping up with the episode. I just edited together all of the clips, and it looks like we are hitting our time limit. I had an absolute blast making this episode. We got so much done. I mean, it's actually crazy. Like, if you compare this episode to the first episode, it's wild. We've made the farm. We made this house. We made the kitchen. Made the storage area in between episodes. We don't talk about that. The auto sieves. All of this stuff. And the crucible magmatic generator area. Is that it for the episode? I think so. I think that's it. And I guess our nether portal. But beside that, that is it. But that is just fantastic progress. I am so happy. I'm so happy with how the episode's editing out. Again, it's still very early on this channel. Only my 2nd video. So any feedback you guys have or anything that you want me to know, I really would appreciate it, because I don't get much feedback. I don't think anyone's watching this at the moment of recording. Maybe one person. I think I got 1 natural view, and I've watched my own video 8 times. So we're still working on it. We're still grinding, but I'm just having so much fun doing it. I'm going to finish editing up this episode and get right into episode 3. I cannot wait for you guys. So we're going to get AE2 all set up. I can't wait to have you guys back. Take care. Bye-bye.